The bustling corridors of Lincoln High School were transformed into a vibrant showcase of scientific curiosity and innovation for the annual science fair. Colorful project boards filled the gymnasium, each station a burst of creative energy as students excitedly explained their experiments and models, from miniature volcanoes erupting with baking soda and vinegar to sophisticated robotics projects. The fair was a testament to the students' hard work and the school's commitment to nurturing young scientific minds. Amid the chaotic symphony of buzzing circuits and bubbling test tubes, Emma stood beside her display, a detailed model of the International Space Station, ISS, complete with rotating solar panels. At 15, Emma was known in her school for her passion for astronomy and space exploration. Her project attracted a steady stream of visitors, each leaving with a better understanding of life in space, thanks to her enthusiastic explanations. Emma's interest in space had been sparked in her early childhood, stargazing with her father in their backyard. As she grew, so did her fascination with the cosmos, propelling her into the front rows of the school's science club activities. She spent her evenings poring over astronomy books and documentaries, each page and scene broadening her dreams of one day becoming an astronaut herself. Her project at the fair wasn't just a school assignment. It was a personal challenge and a tribute to the frontier she someday hoped to explore. As she adjusted a miniature model of a satellite, her gaze was one of determination. Emma was not content with merely presenting her project. She was there to inspire and be inspired, driven by a dream that reached far beyond the Earth's atmosphere. In this environment of inquiry and exploration, the school had arranged a special event to coincide with the science fair. A live video call with an astronaut currently aboard the ISS, scheduled for later in the day. This event was the highlight of the fair, and for Emma, it was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to connect with a real-life hero who was living her dream. As the anticipation for the astronaut's call built, it prompted a reflective question to the audience watching a live stream of the fair, stirring their imaginations and inviting them to engage. What would you ask an astronaut if you had the opportunity? Share your curiosity in the comments below. This engagement not only heightened the excitement for the upcoming call, but also connected a community of space enthusiasts and dreamers, each with their own questions reaching for the stars. As the science fair buzzed with anticipation, the faculty and IT department at Lincoln High School were busy behind the scenes preparing for the climax of the event, a live video call with an astronaut orbiting Earth aboard the International Space Station. The logistics of setting up such a call were complex, involving sophisticated technology and precise timing to match the ISS's orbit with the school's schedule. In one corner of the gymnasium, a large screen had been erected, flanked by speakers and a high-definition camera set up to capture and project the students' interactions with the astronaut. The school had collaborated closely with a space agency, which facilitated educational outreach programs to inspire the next generation of scientists and engineers. Weeks of emails, phone calls, and technical checks had culminated in this moment, ensuring a seamless exchange between Earth and space. To decide which students would have the honor of asking questions directly, the school organized a mini competition among the science club members. Students were asked to submit their questions in advance, and a panel of teachers reviewed them based on their originality and depth. Emma had spent nights refining her question, seeking to delve into aspects of astronaut life that were seldom covered in mainstream media. She consulted with her science teachers and even reached out to a local university professor specializing in aerospace studies, ensuring her question was both insightful and technically sound. Emma's preparation was meticulous. She pored over articles and watched documentaries to gather context about the daily lives of astronauts, their training, and the psychological and physical effects of long-term space travel. She drafted, redrafted, and rehearsed her question, aiming to strike a balance between scientific curiosity and personal intrigue. Her determination to make the most of this opportunity was evident to everyone around her, from her teachers, who admired her thoroughness, to her peers, who supported her with suggestions and feedback. As the event approached, the excitement within the school community was palpable. This wasn't just another academic exercise. It was a chance to connect with a real astronaut, someone living the reality that many of these students only dreamed about. The significance of this opportunity was not lost on Emma or her classmates. who saw this as a bridge between their studies and the vast, mysterious world of space exploration. The engagement of the students and the dedication of the school staff highlighted the profound impact that direct interaction with professionals in the field could have on young minds. It not only provided a tangible connection to their studies, but also inspired them to think about their future roles in science and technology. As viewers tuned in from around the world to watch the live stream of the fair and the upcoming call, they were encouraged to reflect on the importance of these educational opportunities. The live stream's host posed a question to the online audience. How do these experiences shape young minds? Discuss below! This prompt invited comments and thoughts on the broader impacts of real-world professional interactions on student education, encouraging a global conversation about the value of linking classroom learning to the outer reaches of practical application. The day of the video call with the astronaut had arrived, and Lincoln High School's assembly hall was a hive of nervous energy and bubbling excitement. Rows of chairs were filled with students, teachers, and parents, their faces lit with anticipation. The large screen at the front of the hall displayed a live feed from the International Space Station, where the astronaut was preparing to join the call. Behind the scenes, technical staff were on high alert, ensuring that every aspect of the communication setup was functioning perfectly. As the clock ticked down to the moment of connection, Emma felt her heart rate increase. She clutched her notes tightly, going over her meticulously prepared question one last time. Around her, her classmates whispered excitedly, pointing at the screen as the first live images of the astronaut appeared, floating effortlessly in the zero-gravity environment of the ISS. The sight of the Earth through the station's windows, a stunning blue orb against the blackness of space, drew gasps of awe from the audience. The school principal introduced the event, thanking the space agency for making this extraordinary educational experience possible. Then, the moment came for the students to ask their questions. Emma was third in line, and as she stepped up to the microphone, a hush fell over the assembly hall. She took a deep breath, glanced at her supportive peers and teachers, and spoke clearly into the microphone. "Hello, my name is Emma, and I'm fascinated by your work in space. My question is about the daily challenges you face living on the ISS. Could you share what a typical day is like for you and how you manage the physical and psychological challenges of being in space for long periods?" On the screen, the astronaut smiled warmly at Emma's question, which cut to the core of the human experience aboard the ISS. "That's a great question, Emma," the astronaut replied. "Living in space is both exhilarating and challenging. Each day we follow a strict schedule that includes experiments, maintenance of the station, exercise to combat muscle and bone loss, and communication with mission control. The isolation can be tough, but we stay mentally healthy by keeping in touch with our families and staying as busy as possible." The astronaut continued, explaining the intricacies of space life, from sleeping attached to a wall to the joy of watching Earth from space. Emma listened intently, her question opening a window into the everyday reality of these modern-day explorers. The students were riveted by the astronaut's description, gaining insights into not just the scientific, but also the personal aspects of space travel. The engagement didn't stop within the walls of the assembly hall. Viewers watching the live stream were equally captivated, and the online host seized the moment to deepen the interaction with the global audience. What challenges do you think astronauts face in space, and how do they overcome them? Share your thoughts. This prompt invited comments and personal reflections, expanding the conversation beyond the school and into the broader community. Viewers began to share their admiration for astronauts' bravery and their curiosity about space psychology and physics. Emma's simple yet profound question had not only highlighted the realities of space travel, but also underscored the resilience and adaptability required to live and work in such an extreme environment. Her interaction with the astronaut not only enriched her own understanding, but also inspired her peers and the online community to think more deeply about the human aspects of space exploration. As Emma's question echoed through the assembly hall, the astronaut on the screen paused thoughtfully, reflecting on the best way to convey the profound experience of living in space. "Living in zero gravity," he began, "is something you might think you can prepare for, but it surprises you every day. He shared anecdotes about the quirks of daily life aboard the ISS, from the way liquids form spheres in the air to the challenge of showering and eating in microgravity. His descriptions were vivid and engaging, bringing the distant reality of space travel right into the school gymnasium. The astronaut then delved into the psychological and physical challenges he faced. Isolation can be tough, he admitted. We're a small crew in a confined space, far from everything familiar. We rely heavily on video calls to connect with our families, and we have a psychologist available anytime we need. His candid discussion about mental health was enlightening, showcasing the astronaut's human side and the emotional resilience required for such missions. To combat the physical effects of zero gravity, such as muscle atrophy and bone density loss, the astronaut explained their rigorous daily exercise routine, which involved 2 hours of cardiovascular and strength training exercises. Staying fit is crucial not just for our health, but for the success of the mission, he emphasized, explaining the use of specialized equipment designed to work in a weightless environment. Emma listened intently, her eyes wide with fascination. The astronaut's response went beyond her expectations, providing a personal glimpse into the challenges and triumphs of space life. For Emma, and many others in the audience, the answer not only provided education but also inspiration. It demystified the life of astronauts, making their extraordinary jobs feel more tangible and accessible. The impact on the audience was palpable. Students whispered excitedly among themselves, their imaginations fired up by the astronaut's descriptions. Teachers noted the heightened interest, recognizing an invaluable teaching moment that could lead to deeper exploration of science topics. Emma felt a profound connection to her dream, now more than ever. The real-life insights she received reinforced her aspiration to pursue a career in space exploration. The conversation did not just resonate within the walls of Lincoln High School. As clips of the Q&A circulated online, they caught the attention of educational bloggers, science enthusiasts, and other schools across the country. The authentic details shared by the astronaut sparked discussions on the practical applications of science education and the importance of preparing students for futures in STEM fields. This widespread interest led to a significant development. Inspired by Emma's question and the astronaut's enlightening answers, a group of educators began to advocate for a new space education curriculum. This proposed curriculum aimed to incorporate real astronaut experiences and current space missions to provide students with a more dynamic and practical understanding of the subject. The ripple effect of Emma's simple question was turning into a wave of educational innovation. As educators and curriculum developers discussed the potential impact of this new program, they reached out to space agencies for partnerships and guest lectures by scientists and astronauts, aiming to bring the cosmos into classrooms in a way that was engaging and relatable. Amidst this flurry of educational activity, the livestream moderator posed a significant question to the viewers. How can real-life experiences from professionals enhance educational curriculums? Discuss the benefits. This question invited the online community to reflect on and debate the value of experiential learning, encouraging a dialogue about how first-hand insights from professionals could dramatically enhance the relevance and excitement of educational content. Emma's initial curiosity had sparked not only an insightful conversation, but also a potential revolution in how space science was taught, illustrating the power of asking thoughtful questions and the far-reaching impact such inquiries can have on education and beyond. Following the enlightening conversation with the astronaut, the momentum at Lincoln High School did not wane. Instead, it sparked a series of proactive steps towards educational reform in the science curriculum. The school administration, buoyed by the excitement and the clear impact of the astronaut's visit, reached out to local education authorities to discuss the integration of a new curriculum module dedicated to space science and astronautics. Recognizing the value of real-world experiences in enriching education, the school collaborated with various space agencies and educational experts to develop a curriculum that was as informative as it was inspiring. These agencies provided guest speakers, resources, and even virtual reality simulations that allowed students to experience spacewalks and other aspects of astronaut life. The curriculum was designed to be interactive and dynamic, incorporating current missions and the latest advancements in space technology, ensuring that the content was not only educational but also engaging and up-to-date. Emma played a pivotal role in this curriculum development. Her initial question to the astronaut had highlighted the deep curiosity and eagerness to learn among students about space and its myriad challenges. Seeing her passion and initiative, the school invited Emma to be part of the curriculum development team. Emma contributed by suggesting experiment ideas, helping to design simulation activities, and even speaking at school board meetings about the importance of space education. Her first-hand interaction with the astronaut provided valuable insights that helped shape the curriculum's approach, making it relatable and accessible to students. Emma's involvement did not stop at planning stages. She became an ambassador for the new space science module within her school, helping to promote and explain the new materials to her peers. Her enthusiasm was contagious, encouraging even those students who had previously shown little interest in science to participate in the new programs and activities. Emma's story and role underscored a powerful message. Student voices matter in shaping education. As the new curriculum rolled out, other schools in the district expressed interest in adopting similar modules, indicating the potential for a wider impact. The success of this initiative at Lincoln High School served as a model, demonstrating the benefits of incorporating real-life professional experiences into educational settings. The changes stirred a broader conversation among the viewers who had followed Emma's journey from her initial question to her role in transforming her school's curriculum. They were prompted to reflect on the broader implications of such educational innovations with the question posed in the live-stream discussion. How do you think such curricular changes can impact students' interest in science and technology? Share your views. This invitation encouraged a dialogue among educators, parents, and students from various backgrounds, discussing the potential for experiential learning to inspire a new generation of scientists, engineers, and explorers. Through these discussions and reflections, it became clear that the astronaut's visit and the subsequent educational reforms were not just a fleeting event, but a catalyst for lasting change, influencing how science education could be envisioned and delivered to foster a deeper engagement and understanding among students. The far-reaching impact of Emma's simple yet profound question during a video call with an astronaut exemplifies how youthful curiosity can catalyze significant educational transformations. What began as a single moment of inquiry at a high school science fair evolved into a broader movement that reshaped educational content and delivery at Lincoln High School and beyond. Emma's curiosity did not just fulfill her own desire for knowledge. It sparked a ripple effect that inspired an entire school community and encouraged educational bodies to rethink how science, particularly space science, is taught. The integration of real astronaut experiences into the curriculum broke the traditional barriers of textbook learning, bringing dynamic and current real-world scenarios into the classroom. This approach helped students connect academic knowledge with practical applications, making learning more engaging and relevant. The enthusiasm and improved engagement levels among Emma's peers were clear indicators of the positive changes brought by this new educational strategy. Schools in surrounding districts, inspired by the success at Lincoln High, began to explore similar partnerships with experts and professionals to enrich their own curriculums. The moral of this story centers on the power of curiosity and the importance of pursuing knowledge. Emma's experience underscores that questioning, far from being just a part of childhood whimsy, is a potent tool for educational and societal development. Each question posed by a student has the potential to unlock new understandings and innovations, proving that educators and policymakers must nurture and value inquisitive minds as catalysts for change. This narrative culminates in a call to action for viewers, educators, and students alike. Join us in fostering educational environments that bring real-world science into the classroom. What actions will you take? This challenge encourages individuals and institutions to consider how they can contribute to transforming educational experiences, making them more relevant, exciting, and impactful for students everywhere. In closing, Emma's story is a compelling reminder of the continuous need for exploration and questioning in education. As we venture further into an era where technology and information evolve rapidly, the need for educational systems to adapt and embrace these changes becomes increasingly crucial. We are urged to remain curious, to keep asking questions, and to be proactive in seeking out and implementing innovative educational practices. Through continuous exploration and a willingness to embrace new ideas, we ensure that learning remains a vibrant and transformative journey for all students, preparing them not only to succeed in life, but also to reshape the world.